I don't raise chickens, I raise eagles.
That was Lori Taylor in our intro clip. She's the founder of Red Media Marketing and has been featured in Forbes for her expertise in building communities. We recently did an interview with Lori focusing on her professional expertise. If you want to watch the full interview, you can find a link to it down in the show notes below. What she was referring to is actually a modern-day parable known as the chicken and the eagle. The story goes like this. A farmer one day found an egg outside. Wondering if it would hatch, he put it under one of his hens that was sitting on a clutch of eggs. After a number of days, all the eggs began to hatch. The farmer was surprised to see an eagle chick emerge from the egg that he had found. The eagle chick was raised with all the other chickens. It scratched for bugs, roosted with them at night, and even remained flightless like all its brothers and sisters. Everyone told him, "You are a chicken." So he had no reason to believe it. One day, the eagle saw a magnificent bird soaring in the sky, and something within him awoke, a desire to be up there too. Despite this, the young eagle never learned to fly because
chickens cannot fly away like birds do.
Go! He was told he was a chicken, raised as a chicken, and believed he was one as well.
Believe in yourself, believe in your dream. You know, if someone tells you you can't, find a way that you can, or if someone tells you you can't, ask them to give you an idea how they can. And the most powerful thing I can tell you today, it's not about changing who you are or changing how you feel. It's about accepting who you are, where you're at, and accepting how you feel and shifting into a more powerful choice. Because the things I've been teaching my kids, I raise eagles, I don't raise chickens, I raise eagles.
Ezra Taft Benson, prior president of the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints, said, "The Lord works from the inside out. The world works from the outside in. The world would take people out of the slums. Christ would take the slums out of the people, and they would take themselves out of the slums. The world would mold men by changing their environment. Christ changes men, who then change their environment. The world would shape human behavior, but Christ can change human nature." This teaching reminds me of the 1969 short film, Jonny Lingo.
Mahana, you ugly.
That was Mahana's father. He had told his daughter that so many times that she believed it was true. The story of Jonny Lingo takes place long ago in a primitive Polynesian island. During this time period, when a young man wished to get married, he would have to pay a dowry in the form of cows to the family. Mahana wore the weight of her father's verbal abuse on her countenance, and the whole village often gossiped behind her back, speaking how hideous she was, because she believed everything that was said about her. Mahana had an unkempt appearance and would often avoid people and sulk in the shadows of her hut. Her father had given up hope that she would ever get married and was willing to pay a man just to take his daughter off his hands. One day, things would begin to change for Mahana. A wealthy young man by the name of Jonny Lingo sought to marry Mahana. The villagers laughed when Mahana's father told Jonny that the dowry price was 3 cows, which happened to be the average price of a wife. However, everyone was shocked when Jonny proposed to pay 8 cows. That was more than any dowry in the history of the island. The couple was married and went off on their honeymoon, visiting many islands for several months. When they returned, Mahana was the most beautiful woman on the island. In fact, Mahana's father had even accused Jonny of cheating him, saying that 8 cows was not enough for her. When asked what had happened to Mahana while they're gone, Jonny said, "It was the cows. Think of what it must mean to a woman, her future husband meeting with her father to discuss the lowest price for which she can be bought." Later, when the women of the village gathered, they boasted about what the husbands paid for them. How does she feel, the woman that is sold for 1 or 2 cows? This would not happen to Mahana. I wanted her to be an 8-cow woman.
Many things can happen to make a woman beautiful. The thing that matters most is what she thinks of herself.
Jonny had loved Bahana since they were very little. He understood what she could become and helped her grow into the person he saw her to be. Lori has worked along disabled American veterans for years. She has firsthand experienced that happiness is not dictated by her circumstances in life. Just as Jonny helped Bahana to realize this truth, Lori is sharing the lesson with her children.
Every single emotion that you feel is a choice. And there are people out there that will lose their arms and their legs and live in a wheelchair and find joy and find a way to give back. And there are people who don't. But at the end of the day, it is a choice how you feel. And I just want people to choose joy and find a way to connect with the joy inside themselves and set themselves free.
Do you agree or disagree? We'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments section below. We'd also like to hear what topics you'd like us to cover in future videos. The more input we get back, the better we can tailor our content to improve your experience. Last of all, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure that you hit the like button so YouTube's algorithm can make it easier for people to find. This is Alan Olson's American Dreams, and we'll see you next time.